We go behind the scenes on the set of the movie Girls Trip. See what happens when Hollywood stars, a $25 million movie budget, and a first ever zip line across Bourbon Street collide.
3, 2, 1, go!
They're zipping around Bourbon Street like never before. That's Queen Latifah zip-lining between Bourbon Street bars in the making of the movie Girl Trip. For bystanders, it caused all to wonder, what in the world is going on here? So I sought out the stunt coordinator who created all this excitement and found him in, of all places, Baton Rouge. How'd you all get permission to do that?
That was a big production through Universal Management, of course.
It took Lex and his team of stunt coordinators months of planning and preparation to execute this first ever zip line across Bourbon Street. It's much more than a standard zip line.
We have the capability of back and forth, up and down, what we call elevator lines, and also motivator lines. You know, so it's all in the rigging aspect of it, and also special effects. You know, again, it's a combination of both.
The line stretched across Bourbon to Orleans Street. Tropical Isle was the landing zone. Do you have to rent out the whole bar for the whole night?
Had to rent out the whole block.
No way.
Yeah, almost entire 2 blocks entire on Bourbon Street.
So what did that cost?
You know what? That is way out of my department.
He does know the cost of the zip line. That equipment alone was more than $100,000.
When you're dealing with safety personnel like that,
Sure.
you know, there's really no money value.
Yeah.
Actresses, you know, big name actresses, you know, on high lines, of course, you'd always have the possibility of something going wrong.
The stars of the movie are Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, Regina Hall, and Tiffany Haddish. It took 2 nights from sunset to sunrise just to shoot this one scene. When were you most nervous?
The whole 2 nights.
Oh no, there wasn't one moment you remember the whole time, bless your heart.
No.
2 of the actresses had nervous bladders for the movie. It streamed right into an even funnier scene.
She has to really use the bathroom really so bad.
We've all been there.
So sure, absolutely, especially on Bourbon Street.
Especially on Bourbon Street, and
So,
the bathrooms are hard to find.
And her cohort behind her, Tiffany, which her character name is Dina, she says the bathroom lines are shorter on the other end, kind of a trick around going on. So Lisa decides Jada goes down and she gets stuck halfway, you know, in the middle. Then all of a sudden she lets it go, she can't hold it anymore, and she just pees on the crowd right below her. It was all good and fun, and that's movie magic at its finest, you know?
And now I understand why perhaps they don't have zip lines in New Orleans.
Probably so.
Because there would be too many of us peed on
Yeah,
from those above. Lex has spent more than 3 decades in the stunt business. His interest in it started early.
When I was 7 years old, my father, he worked at a place called Martin Marietta in Orlando, Florida. So my brother and I, you know, growing up, you know, back then, it was like being a cowboy.
Instead, he went into the Air Force. But after that, stunting was an itch he just had to scratch.
I see this ad in the paper, you know, actors wanted, you know, gunfighters. So I decided to say, hey, you know what the heck, give me the chance. So I went down and I auditioned for this, you know, cowboy portion. And I ended up getting the lead role as, you know, Cactus Jack Slade.
I do it my way. Cactus Jack Slade.
I can outshoot, outfight, outdrink, and outlove any man alive, you know. Anyway, we did an old gunfight show. And then the MGM Studios came in and knocked the doors down, and they built Indiana Jones. So my boss man said, you know, why don't you go to audition for it? So I went to audition for Indiana Jones. I was Dr. Jones, so you lady.
He was Indiana Jones for nearly 10 years. Then he decided to go bigger and start his own stunt company, working on movie sets around the world. He has more than 140 stunt credits to his name. Some of his recent movies are 12 Years a Slave, Zombieland, Green Lantern, and G.I. Joe 2. Lex blew into Baton Rouge during Hurricane Katrina and has called it home ever since. What do you like about Baton Rouge?
Of course, the food, and, you know. But no, it's just the food and the people, you know. Plus the LSU football, of course, you know. Even though I'm a Gator, you know, I will say that, you know. When they're not playing Florida, I'm an LSU fan all the way.
Louisiana's pullback in movie credits has caused a slowdown in the blockbuster movie business here. But Lex has high hopes it'll come back around.
I think I'm just kind of like waiting on a storm, you know. So, but I feel strongly, you know, seeing it, I think it's going to come back.